Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to explain and review the outcome of Emmert's Embedded Internship program. First of all, we are giving a heartful of thanks to Emmert's team for giving us such a great opportunity to learn and implement our knowledge through this 1 month internship. The internship was divided into many sections. First, we have a 1 week of embedded C training. Then, we started the intro of our embedded systems and learned various embedded systems available. Then, we started the intro of our final project, which we are going to do in our entire internship. Then initially we started learning up the basics, that how to install compiler, how to run a code in MCU, and how to simulate and everything. We learned about each and every single components which are used to build our final project. Finally, after learning every single components, we started to build our final project of microwave oven. So let's start the video. In this presentation, I am going to explain about what we have learned in our entire internship. Embedded systems. A embedded system is a combination of hardware and software which is intended to do a specific task. For example, microwave oven and washing machine, because they are developed to perform a specific task only. A general purpose system has used to perform a large number of tasks, whereas a embedded system is used to perform a specific task only. The categories of embedded systems are standalone systems, real-time systems, network systems, mobile systems, and hybrid systems. Standalone systems or slave system. These are systems which does not have any intelligence, and they are very bad systems because they does not perform any actions by their own. For example, semi-automatic washing machine. A independent system. These systems take action by their own and have a intelligence. For example, airbag system and Tesla automatic cars. A real-time system. A real-time system has specific amount time boundary and do a action in specific amount of time. For example, missile and airbag systems. A network system. The embedded system which are connected to internet connections are called network systems. For example, routers. A hybrid system. A hybrid system is a combination of all the above embedded systems. For example, robot and GPS. These are the requirements which we should learn to complete our final project. Embedded C, MPLAB IDE, X8 compiler, PIC-SIMLab. Then PIC 16F877A microcontroller, CLCD, tactile switches, MKP, ISR, and timer. Why we are choosing an embedded system? Because embedded systems are very reliable, cost efficient, and consume very low power, and have efficient usage of memory and processing powers. Then we have microcontroller. A microcontroller is considered as a self-contained system with a processor, memory, and peripherals, which everything integrated into a single chip. Where a microprocessor is also known as CPU. It's a brain of all computers, and they are used in many household and electronic devices. Microcontroller versus microprocessor. Microcontroller. In microcontroller, all the components are integrated into a single chip. They are very less flexible and have very less design complexity. Where microprocessor, all components are assembled separately and are connected through a bus. They are way more flexible and have more design complexity. In our project, we are using PIC 16877A microcontroller. CLCDs. They are character liquid crystal displays. It displays the ASCII characters and some special characters. We are using CLCDs to display our output in our simulation. There are two variants of CLCDs. One is 16x2 and another one is 16x4. We are using 16x4 display in our final project. There are two modes of communication in CLCDs. One is 4-bit mode and another one is 8-bit mode. Then we have tactile switches, which is worked when the key is pressed. We using tactile switches to select the mode of operation and to enter the temperature and to enter the time in our simulation. These switches will produce a debouncing effect while the key is pressed. Then we have matrix keypad. This matrix keypad is a combination of tactile switches. We use matrix keypad to enter the inputs to input the time and temperature in our project. This keypad works in the row column manner. These keypads are most commonly used in telephones, digital keypads, and the calculators. An interrupt is a communication process set up in a microprocessor or microcontroller, in which the interrupts are produced by internal or external devices. When the interrupt is invoked, the microprocessor stop its process and process the request interrupt, then continue after the interrupt is finished. ISR. In PIC, the interrupts are handled by the ISR. They are called as interrupt service routines. There are two types of interrupts. One is hardware interrupt, another one is software interrupt. The hardware interrupts are further classified into maskable and non-maskable interrupts. Then we have timer. A timer is an important application in embedded systems and a default peripheral in a microcontroller. The application of timer is measuring a time and generating a delay. The timer must have a counter in it. The process of setting a timer is calculate the timer count for the delay, then set the prescaler bit, then load the timer value into TMR2. Our final project is to build a microwave oven simulator using PicSimilar. First of all, what is a microwave oven? A microwave oven is a device used to heat or cook the food using microwaves. It generates electromagnetic waves which in turn produce heat in the food. There are several modes of operation of microwave oven are micro mode, grill mode, convection mode and start mode. First, micro mode. The micro mode is a traditional way of cooking and it utilizes maximum power consumption of 900 watts. The user can set maximum of 60 minutes to cook the food. Then grill mode. The grill mode is similar to micro mode and it is used to cook meat or baking, etc. The user can set their own convenient time of cooking. Convection mode. In the convection mode, the oven is first preheated to a particular temperature by the user for 3 minutes. Then the user can set the time of their own convenience. Convection mode is best suited for baking, reheating, defrosting and overall cooking. For example, for pizza, pasta, convection mode is best. Then start mode. The start mode is used to start the function. Now I am going to explain each section of our code for our final microwave oven project. Initially, we included all the header files of our CLCD, matrix and timers. Then we declared a minute, seconds and temporary variable as global because we have to access it from all the functions of our code. Then we declared a reset flag and set as mode reset. The code start working from the main function. First we declared a key to get the state of the key. Then we called initConfig function. In the initConfig function we initialize all the peripherals available to us. We initialize CLCD, we initialize matrix keypad and we initialize timer. Then we made the fan and buzzer to off and set the direction as output. Then we set global interrupt and peripheral interrupts as 1. After initializing everything, we call a power on function to display the power on screen to the user. Then we made a delay of 3 seconds and cleared the LCD and set the operation mode as cooking mode display. We are declaring cooking mode display because initially the screen has to display the all cooking mode available to us. Then the while function is start running and this code will start until the simulator get off. The key here is used to read the key state for every iterations. If the key press is 1, then the mode is set to micro mode and the power 900 watts is displayed to the user. After 3 seconds of delay, the screen is cleared. If the key press is 2, then the grill mode is selected. If key press is 3, then the convection mode is. If the key press is 4, then it has to check the current operating mode. If the current operation mode is pause, then it has to resume its process. It will on the timer and on the fan and set the operation mode as start. If the current operation mode is cooking mode display, then it has to select the start mode. Then if the current mode of operation is time display, then it has to increment the time by 30 seconds. Else if the key press is 5, then it has to select the operation mode as pause. Else if the key press is 6, then it has to select the operation mode as stop. In the switch case, we have to enter into the different operating modes. If the operation mode selected is cooking mode display, then it has to display the all cooking modes available. If the operation mode is selected to micro mode, then it has to enter into the set time function. If the operation mode selected is grill mode, then it has to call the set time function. If the operation mode is convection mode, then it has to check it is called for the first time or what. If it is called for the first time, then it has to call the set temperature function. If it call for the second time, it will call the set time function. Then we have display time function. In the display time function, each time we are calling the door status, because if the door is open, the other part of code won't run until the door is closed. And we have 3 more options. In this we have start, pause and stop. This part of code is used to display the time remaining. If the seconds and minutes are become 0, then it will display cooking done and wait for 3 seconds and the buzzer will on for 3 seconds. Then the buzzer is set to off and the fan is set to off. Then the operation mode is set to cooking mode display. Then we have set time function. This function is used to set the time to our microwave oven. This part of code will run for the first time and we are resetting the flag to 0, so the code won't run for the second time. Similarly, as a set time function, it also has these options. If key is star, not equal to star, not equal to hash and not equal to all released, it is used to set the time to our microwave oven. If the key count is less than 2, we are setting a seconds. If the key count is greater than or less than 4, we are setting the minutes. If the key press is star, then we are resetting the seconds. If the key count is greater than 2, then we reset the minutes. If the key press is hash, then we are clearing the LCD and setting the operation mode to time display. This part of code is used to make a blinking effect to our set time function. Then we have clear LCD function, it will clear the LCD. Then we have cooking mode function, it will display the all cooking modes. Then we have power on function, it will display the power on screen to the user. Now I am going to run the simulator. In the simulator we have various peripherals. First we have CLCD here, then we have a fan, then we have a buzzer, then we have a matrix keypad to give the input to the microwave oven, then we have a PIC 16877A microcontroller here. To run the simulator, first we have to upload the code. So first we go to file, then load hex, then we have to select our hex file, then select OK. It will upload the code and start running. Initially the power on display is displayed, then it shows the various cooking modes available. First I am going to select micro mode. So to select the micro mode we have to press 1. So it will display the power as 900 watts and ask to set the time. So I am going to set the time as 50 seconds. So if we enter wrongly, then we can press star to clear the screen. We can set any time depending upon the process. So I am going to set 5 seconds. Then press enter after entering. So it will start counting to 0 and stop the process. So after seconds and minutes are 0, it will again come back to the cooking modes. So now I am going to select the grill mode. To select the grill mode we have to press 2. Then it will again ask for the user to input the time. So after selecting the time, then we have to press hash. Now I am going to press 6. 6 will stop the current mode and coming back to the operation modes. Then we have convection mode. To select the convection mode we have to press 3. So after selecting the convection mode, it will ask for the user to set the temperature. Then we have to select the temperature and press enter to the screen. So it will start for preheating for 3 minutes. Then it will ask for the set time by the user. So it will run for 3 minutes. Now I am going to reset the screen. So resetting will again reload the code to the user. So then we have option 4 as start mode. Start mode will run for 30 seconds. If we press 4 again, it will increase by 30 seconds. Then we have 5 as option as pause to pause the screen. Then we can press 4 to resume our process. Then we have 6 to stop the process. If we press 6, then it will stop the current process and come back to the cooking mode display. This is the end of our project, and thank you Ematex for giving us this opportunity.